Hey, this is Kendra with Signing Agent Basics, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about why the mortgage documents are sometimes late. Whether you are a new or a veteran signing agent, one of the things that you will find frustrating about this job is that sometimes the documents that you need to complete a signing will be late. Now, since late documents is something that you are going to run into periodically as a signing agent, you guys know I already did a video for you telling you how to handle late documents. Make sure that you check that video out because I promise you, if you have not already run into late documents, you are eventually going to run into a situation where you do not get your documents on time. And in that video, I tell you the best way to handle that situation so that you can be stress-free. Now, also in that video, I told you that there were a bunch of different reasons why the documents could be late, but I really didn't go into any of those reasons. Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you some of the most common reasons that I'm aware of that cause mortgage documents to be late. But you guys know how I do. Before I get into the video, I want to know what you think. Signing agents, why do you guys think that the mortgage documents are sometimes late? New and aspiring signing agents, is late documents something that you are worried or concerned about in becoming a signing agent? Veteran signing agents, do you let late documents stress you out? Guys, go down into the comment section right now and let me know. And you already know, no matter what, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Now, for those of you who don't know, I was in the mortgage industry as a mortgage loan officer, a mortgage loan processor, and a trainer for about 7 years before I became a signing agent. So because of that, I kind of understand the mortgage process from application to closing. And I'm also aware of many of the different things that could happen to delay the closing of a loan and to delay mortgage documents getting out to you. And what many signing agents may not know, especially new and aspiring signing agents and those signing agents who have actually never done their own mortgage transaction, is that there are a lot of moving parts involved in getting a mortgage application to actual closing. So the first thing to know is that there are several different service providers and services that have to be completed in order for a loan to get closed. Some of those service providers include the title company, the attorney, the appraiser, and the surveyor. Coordinating all of these different services that need to be completed in order for a loan to close, as you can imagine, can be a very difficult task. And sometimes, just no matter how well you plan out the different things that have to happen for a closing, sometimes there's simply delays in these different services that have to be provided. If the title company does a search of the title and finds out that there are judgments or unexpected liens that have to be cleared up, clearing those items could take more time than expected. Appraisals and surveys can be delayed due to unexpected things like bad weather. And if the appraised value of the property comes in lower than expected, well, obviously that can cause a lot of problems as well. For those of you who are in states like Texas where a survey of the property is required, again, if there is a delay or a problem with getting the survey issued, that can cause a problem getting the loan closed on time. Now, oftentimes loans are scheduled using the common time frames that it takes to get all of these items in. But of course, if there's a delay with any of those items, it can push the closing of the loan back. Now, it may only delay the closing by an hour or two, but that means that you don't get the documents for an hour or two. Another thing in the mortgage loan process that could cause things to be delayed is the fact that there are a lot of conditions that have to be met. And some of those conditions cannot be cleared until literally a day or two before the closing. For example, mortgage companies do last-minute checks of the signer's credit score and employment. They do these checks just a day or two before the closing to verify that the signer's income, employment, and credit worthiness still qualifies them for the loan. However, if there's a delay in getting any of those checks back, then that could mean a delay in documents getting out to you. So, for example, if the lender has to call the signer's employer to verify that they are in fact still employed there, and the person in the HR department that they need to speak to get that verification isn't in, then the signing is going to be delayed until that employment verification can be taken care of. And another thing in that process that could delay documents getting out to you are the actual signers themselves. Now remember, signings are usually scheduled at the convenience of the signer, which means that they've kind of picked their day off and what time of day that they are available. But as we're all aware, sometimes there are last-minute changes to your schedule that you just can't avoid. So if a signer had initially scheduled their closing for late in the afternoon because they were going to be able to get the afternoon off, but at the last minute, their boss tells them that they have to go in, and now the only time that they have available to sign is in the morning. Well, the lender may not have prepared their documents for that early in the day. That might mean a last-minute scramble for the lender and the title company to get the documents out to you. And of course, that could mean that getting those documents out to you could be delayed or feel really last minute. Now, while I know that dealing with late documents is absolutely frustrating because, look, guys, I'm a signing agent and I've been dealing with late documents myself for the last few years. But while this is frustrating, there are some things that I want you to keep in mind. The first thing I want you to remember is that no one is withholding documents from you on purpose or just to make you mad. Now, I will often hear things or see comments from new or even experienced signing agents where they're saying and they believe that the title company or the signing company is withholding documents from them on purpose for no good reason. But trust me, guys, in general, that's not the case. The signing company can't send documents to you until they receive them from the title company. And the title company can't send out documents to the signing company until they receive the documents from the lender. And then remember all of those different reasons why I told you why the lender may be sending documents out late. Honestly, it's all kind of a domino effect. And if anything in the process or down the line gets delayed, then that can mean delayed documents to you. But again, guys, in general, companies are not withholding documents from you just out of spite or to make you mad. Honestly, they ain't got time for that. Now, what often happens is that the lender, the title company, or the signing company is working on several files at one time. Think about it, guys. If you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or more signings in a day yourself, think about how many signings the signing company, the title company, or the lender has to work on that particular day. Many times they are juggling dozens of closings that same day and probably several other signings at the exact same time as your signing. A lot of times what the lender, title company, and signing company will do is prioritize the closings by their closing times. So obviously, if your signing isn't until 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it is 10 o'clock in the morning and they have closings happening at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., or noon, those earlier signings are going to be prioritized over your signing. The lender, title company, and signing company needs to make sure that everything is ready for those earlier signings before they really start working on your signing, since it isn't until later in the day. Now, I know some of you guys are going to say, well, I called the signing company and they actually had the documents and they just hadn't sent them to me yet. Well, guys, there's also a couple of reasons why that may be the case. The first reason is, again, signing companies will normally work files in the order of the time that they are going to close. Someone still has to manually send you the documents or upload the documents to a secure website for you to download. And again, they are going to work the signings in the order that they are scheduled to close. So if there are signings scheduled before yours, they're going to make sure that those documents get sent out before they send you your documents. And another reason why signing companies sometimes don't send documents even though they have them is because there are times when documents change. The lender or the title company may have sent an entire closing package to the signing company and then an hour or two later go, wait a minute, we're changing everything. We're going to send you a whole different set of documents. So some signing companies don't like to send you the documents way early because they know that it's possible for there to be last minute changes. And if you print those earlier documents and they are all now wrong, you're probably going to want a print fee, and the signing company is going to say, well, you shouldn't have printed so early because you know that things could change. So in order to avoid this possible problem and argument with signing agents, signing companies will sometimes hold on to the documents until closer to closing time to make sure that the lender and the title company don't send them an updated closing package. And guys, another thing to keep in mind that all throughout this process, you are dealing with human beings. People are not perfect. Sometimes people make mistakes. Sometimes people forget to send documents. Sometimes people get sick and they're not able to make it into work, and other people kind of have to pick up their slack. All of those things, guys, can cause a delay in you getting the documents that you need to complete a signing. So guys, look, the bottom line is that dealing with late documents is simply something that you're going to have to learn to do if you want to be a successful signing agent. And again, if you need help learning how to deal with late documents in a manner that will make it as stress-free as possible for you, make sure to check out my How to Handle Late Documents video. I've got a link for you up at the top of the screen. Now, some of the things I want to remind you of before I go is to just be aware and be ready for the fact that late documents simply do happen in this industry. You need to mentally prepare yourself for the fact that all of your signings may not happen on time, and actually some of your signings may not happen at all due to the fact that you may receive the documents too late. Again, guys, I know it's frustrating when you think you're going to do a certain number of signings on a particular day, a particular week, or a particular month, for then some of those signings to fall out simply because you didn't receive documents on time. But again, that's just something that you're going to have to learn to work with, deal with, and get used to as a signing agent. I used to hate it as a new signing agent when I didn't get documents on time and I would not close as many signings as I thought, but after 15 years, I've learned that it is simply a part of the business. The next thing I want to remind you guys is that you should be getting faster with time under your belt as a signing agent. Now look, I understand that when you are a new signing agent, all of this is fresh and new to you. So yes, it's going to take you more time in the beginning to prepare for a signing than it will once you get a few months or even a few years of experience under your belt. When I was a new signing agent, I would spend hours prepping the docs, to make sure that I don't miss any signatures, initials, or notarizations. But guys, after about a year, I definitely did not need that much time to be ready for a signing. I do a lot of in-office signings for a title company now, and there are many times where I am literally handed the document package just a moment or two before I walk into the closing room. But I don't let that stress me out. Again, with time and experience, you won't need as much time to prep for a signing, and that will mean that late documents won't be that big of a deal. Another thing that I want to make you aware of is that getting good signing agent training will also alleviate a lot of the stress that you may have about late documents. Getting good signing agent training will help you to learn what's in a document package, what to expect in a signing, and how to prepare for a signing. With good signing agent training, you'll learn how to quickly prep a document package for signing, and you'll also know how to answer the most common questions from signers. So again, guys, with good training, you'll find that you won't need as much time to get ready for a signing. And the bottom line, guys, about late documents is to not let them stress you out. I'm telling you. You will get notification just about every single day that some of your loan document packages are going to be late. It's really, really easy as a new signing agent to allow this to get stressful and really stress you out. But guys, trust me, there is no reason to stress. Late documents, again, are very common in the mortgage industry. Watch my How to Handle Late Documents video again to find out exactly how I handle late documents so that you can do the same and be stress-free as well. So, signing agents, was this video helpful? Do you now have a better understanding about why the documents are sometimes late? If so, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up right now. And if you need good signing agent training to help make late documents less stressful for you, make sure to check out my Signing Agent Advanced Training Program. I've got a link to my training program for you up at the top of the screen. And guys, if you are not already following me on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and now TikTok, make sure that you do that today. Links to all of my socials can be found down in the description box. No matter what, guys, make sure that you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then hit the notification bell. That way you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. This is Kendra with Signing Agent Basics, hoping that you have a productive and profitable day.